We're back for
We're
the fourth
still
time.
going.
Dwivs, they're still gonna keep making films. Because apparently we have this film to thank. Alpha and Omega 4, which apparently is the best received out of the sequels and the one most successful.
It's the Legend of the Sawtooth Cave.
So
It's the Halloween themed movie. I was about to say episode because it's only 45 minutes and 10 seconds. Yet this one actually got something of a theatrical release after the initial DVD release. By the way, Pedro, fun fact. You know how, direct-to-DVD movies, get released in, every store? Well, this one is special because it was exclusive to Walmart.
Really?
So basically, if this one got a release round here, it would be exclusive to Asda because Walmart owns them.
So what's amazing is out of all the sequels, this one looks set up to be the one that would put the nail in the coffin for the series. But apparently, this is the movie that saved the franchise from dying at episode 5.
In that case, it's probably the one I'll hit most just based on that alone.
Yep,
boy.
That's right, Reggie. You have this movie to thank for us getting 6, 7, and 8. Well, without further ado, let's look at yet again another Richard Rich film.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Basically, audience, start right at the
Before the
what
Lionsgate
logo
logo.
is it? Yeah, Lionsgate logo. I keep forgetting Lionsgate is involved in this because these movies look so cheap. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, click.
So, Joe, a question. Does this movie actually end?
Well, Pedro, you know how Alpha and Omega 2 kind of left off on a weird hanging note?
Yeah?
Well, this movie is actually going to reference Alpha and Omega 2.
Oh, really?
Apparently. Crest animation. So, yeah, Dwibs, shall we... do bring up the budget for this movie.
Okay, the budget for this movie was $7 million.
The most out of any of the sequels.
Yes.
Well, I will give it this. The animation does at least look like they're trying, unlike Alpha and Omega 3 so far.
Here we are, Legend of the Sawtooth Cave.
Yeah, Sawtooth. Remember that name, because let's just say it's the center of a lot of stupidity to come in the franchise. So yeah, this is gonna be the spooky movie of the bunch.
It was a dark and stormy night.
What a horrible day to watch an Alpha and Omega sequel.
Mm-hmm.
So, who's this guy? Or dog, or whatever?
That's actually a female wolf.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I
wait,
know.
so you're saying Richard Rich can't tell male from female?
No. To be fair, Dwibs, it's not like there's that much differences between the models.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. These
yeah.
two. I forgot about these two. Yeah, they're still together. I'm guessing.
Together? No, they're brother and sister.
Wait, they're brother and sister. Wait, didn't? Oh no, I forgot. It was it was the brown wolf that got together with that one. Never mind.
Yes,
I'm mixing things up. Well, can you that one right there? Well, Joe, can you really blame me? These characters are about as memorable as my last night's snack.
And the way they reuse the models doesn't help. By the way, Pedro, about her boyfriend, he doesn't exist as far as this movie is concerned.
Wait, but wasn't that one him right there earlier?
No. Nope, that wasn't him.
But it was the exact same model, pretty much.
It's a bit different, seeing as how his is more brownish on the outside. But yeah, different cub. Oh, hi, Lily. Character we haven't seen since Alpha and Omega 2, and technically one of the better ones of the first Alpha and Omega movie. You still exist, but you're now voiced by Kate Higgins for some reason.
I'm actually hoping that I fall asleep during this movie.
Well, it's only 45 minutes. I'm pretty sure there will be no time for that.
Yeah. Also, hi Tony. He used to be voiced by Dennis Hopper.
Yeah. Although this time the recasting is understandable because, well, yeah.
And to be fair, like Bob just said, the sound alike for Dennis Hopper's character is fine enough.
A ghost? Oh, right, Halloween.
Okay, I'll
Yes,
say
we're going
so
to-
far, I think the animation here is a little better than the other two movies.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
that too. Yeah, the animation seems to have improved a bit.
Took them a
Yeah,
while.
I'll give it this. This movie actually does seem to be like they finally took some criticism to heart. I mean, I think it was after Alpha and Omega Free to the point where they literally left an animation frame in,
Yeah,
where
I think,
they
I think,
started to realize.
yeah, I think, okay, it looks it looks late PS2-ish.
I'd say it looks more early PS3-ish.
I won't go that far, but it's better than looking like PS1-ish.
If only because the close-up fur patterns are clear enough.
If you say so, honey.
Okay.
Oh, goody. Porcupines.
And this is the one you hate the most, Jova.
Oh, no. I don't hate this one the most. That's Alpha and Omega 5.
And then Alpha and Omega 6 becomes the one Jova hates the most, and Alpha and Omega 7, and Alpha and Omega 8. It's going to
Honestly,
be a never-ending cycle.
Honestly, dude, from what I've seen, most people either hate Alpha and Omega 3 the most or Alpha and Omega 5 the most. Also, yeah, an earlier plot point, which completely messes with the continuity of the first film. Apparently, the Alphas are the kings and queens of whatever, and yet the Omegas are rulers of the forest. The Omegas, who are supposed to be the lower class, who are supposed to, keep up team morale, are now apparently rulers of the forest.
It's amazing how this has pretty much become the modern equivalent of the Land Before Time series.
But Pedro, how can it be the modern equivalent when Land of the Time is still going?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
14!
Roll credits.
Ding! You know we're going to have to do those movies eventually.
Oh, I do know.
Of
Don't
course.
Worry.
All 13 of them. You are my son.
Wait, what
the
the
one
fuck?
true king.
Wait, what? Simba, you must take your place in the circle of life. What
Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay,
roll credits. That's another Lion King ripoff that this franchise has done.
Okay, considering the bad animation we've had to suffer through for during the last course of the last few movies, I'm not sure whether he is catatonic with fear or whether he's just stuck like that because of bad animation.
Oh no, post-traumatic stress disorder.
See? Okay, you know what? The one thing that really mildly irritated me because of the animation of these direct-to-DVD movies,
Yes.
it was the teeth. The teeth looked so not natural.
And what do you think of the teeth in this movie so far?
It's okay. So far this film does feel a little bit like a step up from the others.
This actually looks like it had no actual budget at least.
Yeah, again, it was $7 million.
This movie actually looks like it could be a movie.
What?
What?
Oh, I see. I see what they need to.
Part of me wonders if the reason this movie actually looks so good compared to its predecessors is for the fact that they knew this was going to be in theaters, so they thought, okay, guys, just this once, let's not embarrass ourselves.
Just this once, though.
Yeah, Mr. Rich.
Don't worry. We'll make up for an Alpha and Omega 5, where we'll make a complete mockery that'll make even the likes of Alpha Omega 2 and 3 look brilliant in comparison.
But Mr. Rich, we can't. But Mr. Rich, we have to be careful. Remember the last limited theatrical release with bad animation? That was Food Fight.
Yeah, honestly, we already upstaged Food Fight. Oh, goody, this again. Okay, what time are you guys at?
This way we're gonna have to find a new player because this is getting
It's
ridiculous.
Speak for yourself.
Yes,
My this play works just fine for me. Anyway,
Okay, I'm
yeah.
too lean.
Honestly, it works better for me usually, but hey, it's just during commentaries. But
Okay, I'm
just
too
give me a
far
time.
leaned
Dudes.
back. I'm just gonna look now. 8:30.
Oh, gold. I'll just go to 8:53.
Sorry, I was leaning back on my bed because I couldn't really see the numbers clearly.
to be fair, Driz, it's not like anything interesting is going on.
Yeah. Besides, it's just buffering.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, goody, a flashback.
Okay.
I love how they blatantly high-pitched the voice actor for Tony's voice to make him sound young.
But Mr. Rich, could we just have the voice actor try a higher pitch?
No.
For howling out loud? Oh god, King's Quest did that joke better.
Oh, for howling out loud.
What game was that from again?
King's Quest 2.
Okay.
Yep. The remake.
Behold, your world actually looks like it could belong in a...
In the first one, it was how many times have you been told not to wolf down your food?
I mean, I'm not saying the animation's great or anything. I mean, it's still got the limitations of direct-to-DVD put on it, but
It actually looks like a direct-to-video movie instead of something done by a fucking amateur animator on Newgrounds.
and the director's supposed to be an animation veteran.
Well, that backstory was nice. It's bedtime, I guess.
Again, can I keep talking about how this is still such a big rip-off of Pride Rock? This entire place?
And you don't really... and you think
You
Lion
mean
King
pretty
was
much
a-
what I was doing during, the previous movies, especially 1 and 2? Go
well,
ahead.
Well, the thing is, Dwibs, just because one rips off more, that doesn't excuse the one that rips off the less. Also, what the fuck is this thing even? What is this thing?
Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
And then a rhino ate them.
Oh,
What the flying hell is going on?
yeah, it's actually kind of feels sad. I mean, if it weren't for if because this guy also directed Black Cauldron, if that wasn't such a massive flop, and if it was actually good, could you imagine what films he could have done?
Which is interesting because I actually thought
You mean like Fox and the Hound 2?
Black Cauldron did look nice. I mean, the movie was a bore, but at least it looked nice.
And it had a decent enough story. It just wasn't executed enough to, keep everyone invested.
Mind you, he also directed The King and I.
Well, to be fair, The King and I was kind of doomed from the start, considering what it's based off of.
What was it based off of again?
Rodgers and Hammerstein's original musical.
Right.
Yeah, let's just say there's a lot of historical controversy with that to begin with.
Which was based on actual real events, and let's just say that musical is not very well liked by historians.
Anyone these days.
Okay.
Okay. Let me rephrase. It's like, okay, it's possible to like the musical, as a theater goer, like someone who just likes the story of the musical. But as for someone who knows the historical controversies behind that and what it was trying to represent, seeing as how they were actually trying to pass that off as real life at the time that stupid thing came out, you know why, even if you like it, you do know there is something very morally wrong behind it. It's like with Song of the South, kinda.
How did Fox and the Hound 2 get Patrick Swayze in it?
Because Disney. End of story. Like Tom the Shadow said, Disney has such amazing lawyers and, basically business tactics that if they wanted to take over the world, they probably could eventually.
Sorry, dropped.
Oh, beast, you porcupines.
Sorry about that noise. I just dropped my remote on the keyboard.
Hey, notice yet again the pups are getting into trouble by disobeying their parents.
So what are they? Are they on the hunt for this sword-toothed cave? Yeah, even the dogs don't really know why it is. But yeah, the running still looks a bit off. Run! Are you guys still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just... Yeah.
It's sad.
I kind of wish the movie would fucking explain what the fuck is going on. What is that thing? Why is it here?
Oh,
So wait. So basically, so far the sequel with the most polish is the most boring so far.
well, if you recall, Dwibs Alpha and Omega 1, the one with the most polish, is also kind of guilty of, while in most... Okay. Even it's the same thing with the first film. Well, granted, the first film was better, but like with the first film, it was good at some things, but overall, it wasn't exactly that remarkable. Oh, this part.
What?
Excuse me?
Who?
That spirit is actually protecting that wolf there.
But who is that wolf?
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough.
Let me guess.
Oh,
That wolf's the secret king or queen of the Omegas or something.
Close, but no cigar.
That's what Rich was smoking while he was quote unquote directing these things.
Does he know?
Is Kate Higgins using a Tails voice for that pup?
Wait, I don't think Kate Higgins' voice is Kate. No, Kate Higgins' voice is Lily.
Sounded
Or
like
maybe she does also voice Kate. I don't know. Oh, wait, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah,
she voices both Kate and Lily.
I was going to say, it's kind of sounds like she's using a Tails voice a little bit.
Why have you not grounded these three yet?
Because,
No. Well, actually, no. They only got into one situation on their own. Every other trouble they've gotten into was because of you free pups, like in Alpha and Omega 2 and in this movie.
What is it now?
right. Yeah, we found it first.
Yeah. So basically, there's literally nothing going on in this movie.
Oh, by the way, Pedro, you remember he would talk about Lion King ripoffs? Well,
Yes, Jova?
I'll let you see later. Pedro, stop me if you heard this before. The parents are against their kids going to a dark, shadowy area in the land.
Oh.
But both Lion King,
where the light doesn't touch.
Lion Kings 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And more so 1, but yeah, 2 as well.
And 3 to a lesser extent.
Yep.
Oh my god, the water looks like water.
Wow.
Wow. So, yeah, I mean... Okay, that's one thing I can give. This movie has the best water effects in the franchise.
Well, even better than the first one. And
I can't even, like I said, Jeff, I can't even remember the first one.
fair enough. 2 and 3 are burned into your memory, though. 2 for being as stupid as it was, and 3 for just
Not so
going
much
all out
free.
with it.
I don't remember most of what happened at 3. I mostly remember the ending of 2, which doubly pissed me off.
Ending?
When I say that,
yeah, okay,
freeze
fine.
burned into your
The
memory,
lack
I'm talking about
thereof.
the animation.
Yeah.
When I say that freeze burned into your memory, I'm mainly talking about the animation for that one.
Okay. So I was giving credit to the first film for at least having the decency of ending. This movie hasn't even actually started. When's the plot gonna start?
Well, it kind of already has.
Is this Final Fantasy 14 now? Is this all what the characters are? Like, they're just complaining and looking for the plot?
Plot, where are you?
The sad thing, Pedro, is like, well, the plot sort of has started, but it's done it without your knowledge, shall we say.
But
believe it or not,
this is a kids movie. It's this fucking Alpha and Omega. This shouldn't be that hard to follow.
Oh, by the way, gay guys, speaking
That's another thing about this movie. It's gonna get needlessly complex later. Even more so than 3, which tried to pull in Olympics allegories.
Speaking of Sonic VAs, Amy's current voice actress is in this one.
Really?
Cindy Robinson?
Yeah, she voices a character
Who's she
named
voice?
Eve.
Oh, Eve. That's Kate's mother, I believe.
Oh, so wait, are we saying Amy Rose is the mother of Taylor? Actually, no, let's not go into that.
Sure, why not, Dwibs? You already went far enough of it. Annie, what time are you guys at?
Okay, 1948.
Oh, so you've seen the scene where, Patty and Marcel are keeping an eye on the Cubs. Just like in Lion King, where Zazu kept an eye on the Cubs. Starting to see a pattern here.
Yeah.
Mind you, we also had the opening speech about how the Omegas will be kings of the forest.
Okay, what time are you waiting at then, Jova?
1926, 27, 28.
We've gone past that. We're at 2021.
Okay. Okay, I'm at 2102.
Okay.
These Cubs get rather preachy. I mean, okay, they talk about how, our parents put you up to this. Well, gee, maybe your parents put them up to it because you failed to earn their trust because of disobeying them. Morons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is quite possibly the most preachy of the Alpha and Omega scripts.
Okay. And 3, 2, 1, go. Wait, what time did you say? Did you say 21? Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Sure you are.
Basically, this wolf here is blind.
Oh, goody.
Oh, great.
If you could tell by the eyes.
Actually, Jova, most of these characters' eyes already kind of look like they're a bit blind.
No. You can tell they're blind because hers are faded out.
So, how are they able to keep turning out these sequels within such a short amount of time?
I have no idea.
Actually, Dibs, ironically, this film actually took a decent amount of time to make.
Yeah, 1 year.
By franchise standards.
Yeah, it's like all the other movies took like 3 months to make. This one they actually took their time to make.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, Alpha and Omega 5 came out a year after this one too, when Alpha and Omega 6 looks to be coming out in 2016, so maybe it was after Alpha and Omega 2 and Alpha and Omega 3 where they at least learned to slow down some production stuff.
Okay, what's going on now?
I don't know, you tell me.
Come again. Okay, audience, I'm sorry we're not talking so much, but...
What is there to talk about, even?
Yeah.
There's nothing going on. Where's the story? What's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, Pedro,
Okay.
I found the story.
What? Where is it?
It's in another movie.
Oh.
No. Don't worry, Dwebs. The story will get here eventually. So yeah, Pedro, this is kind of like you said, the opposite problem of Alpha and Omega 2. The film takes quite a while to actually get things into motion,
And it's
as
only
opposed to,
45
ending
And
things.
it's only 45 minutes.
Okay, I just don't understand. How is it that you keep making the exact same movie, and yet each one has completely different problems?
The second one.
Exact same movie. Well,
Fine.
wait. Do you mean like in terms of looks? Because like,
Fine,
well,
allow
if
me
I
to-
can
fine,
get this
allow
franchise
me-
something,
Fine, allow me to... What are my words? How do you keep making the same entries in a franchise and each entry has completely different problems?
The second one had no ending. The third was horrible to look at. This one hasn't got a beginning.
and 5. Oh boy,
Let me-
5's the mother load of problems.
Let me guess. 5 doesn't begin or end.
No. 5 does begin and end, but it kind of fuses together a lot of problems.
Grr. Wow, there hasn't been a moment so far where I've been weirded out by the animation.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Congratulations.
You're
Well
probably
done.
gonna miss that. You're probably gonna miss that in Alpha and Omega 5.
Well, that moment of competence couldn't last long, could it?
Nope.
I guess if it's any consolation, Alpha and Omega 6 looks kind of better from what I've seen.
Although
Tiny
from,
snippets.
although from what I've heard, it's not as bad as Normal of the North.
Oh, isn't it being distributed by the same company?
Lionsgate, yeah.
Yeah. What is up with Norm of the North? And
Oh, and guess
Never mind, I'll
what?
talk
They're
about
making
that later.
direct-to-DVD sequel to that one too.
What?
Norm of the North got 0. Okay. We'll talk about that later because if we talk about that too much, we'll veer off topic because this is where the story finally gets started.
And we're
here's my
past halfway through.
So
Yeah.
So they came up with a story that only lasts like 15 minutes. How do we make it longer?
I mean,
Have the
See, here's the
characters
main-
walk around.
yeah. The main issue is like, well, the story can easily get started if they just, actually talk to this wolf all those other times. Rabbit Poo Mountain. I won't go into the specifics of why that's stupid continuity-wise. Bob Shaw already covered that. Besides, you probably didn't really pay mind to that. Anywho, time for backstory.
Okay.
So basically, because she's blind, these wolves of her tribe want to kill her because, weak little runt.
You're no alpha.
But then her mother saves her.
So this is like the dog version of domestic cruelty.
Yes.
Well,
For kids.
in fact, speaking biologically wise, actually looking into this in the real world, it's the mother wolf that would kill her own pup if that pup could never survive. And now here's where we started at the beginning of the film.
So why couldn't the movie start here? Well, that's right. It
Well,
wouldn't
the
be
movie
long enough.
technically,
It'll be
well, the movie
15
technically
minutes.
did start here, and yeah, this is exactly how it started. Except
Or-
we didn't know, and it
Hey guys,
What?
turns out that the glowing
These-
eyes were that of Darby.
these
Okay,
movies are
hold on.
making us barking mad.
Drebs, you go to your own jail.
Yes, sir.
Huh, it's been a while since we've brought up Bad Joke Jill.
Okay, never mind. The fuck? The fuck is
Wow,
wrong with...
what's wrong?
No, don't mind me. It's Windows 10. It's saying that my graphics visualization controller failed, and yet the video is still going just fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Windows.
It failed.
It's Microsoft's horrible coding as always. Also, what the fuck is this thing?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, apparently the movie is hinting that that ghost may or may not be the ghost of Daria's mother. Why she's dead, we may have yet to see later.
Ah. You're next.
Pride Rock again. Time to go pee.
What, you mean you?
No, I mean, that's literally what woke him up, the urge to pee.
How lovely.
I also bring it up because urination will actually be a plot point in the sequel. No, I'm not kidding. So... Oh yeah, apparently the spirit also has powers over the forest.
Of course. Don't you know that? What?
Messenger did that plot so better.
Come on.
Also, Daria is incredibly inconsistent with her blindness. It's like, at some points, it's like she's practically Daredevil, where she can sense everything amazing. Yet there are other parts where she can't sense anything.
Come on. Quick, before we get defeated by the leaves. Duh.
So...
So this way, hang on, did this movie even need us? These two are doing all the riffing for us.
Yeah, kind of.
See?
Wow, the movie is actually trying to excuse the actions of Runt.
It's not as I'm concerned about Jeremy. Are you sure we should be doing these movies? These movies are doing all the riffing for us.
Kinda, yeah.
Well, to be fair, those porcupines did just speak in the defense of Runt, and that would be stupid. So I guess we're still somewhat needed. But don't worry, dweebs, they are not nearly as witty in the sequel as they are here, so we will definitely be needed for Alpha and Omega 5.
My enthusiasm is uncontainable.
Oh, yeah.
So,
See, yeah, you wouldn't want the help of your parents. I mean, yeah, they may punish you, but they could help you, you little...
come on, let's run from this thing.
Yes.
At this point, I may as well ask Joe what the weather's like over in his place. It's more interesting.
Yes.
Snow's melting.
Ah.
And here it's boring. It's just cloudy and cold.
Wait, you're not in Britain?
No, I'm in Portugal. What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, what? Isn't Portugal usually supposed to be all warm and hot? That's why usually British politicians go over there.
Well, Jova, that's in the summertime, though.
Oh, you actually get affected during winter. Neato.
Yeah, well, yes. Okay, fine. Allow me to. Okay, for the sake of any American for the sake of any other Americans listening to this, yes. Just because we live near the equator, that doesn't mean it's always hot here. We do have our cold periods.
Oh, I get that, but apparently not cold enough to have snow.
Oh no. Well, in the mountains, yes, but not in actual towns.
Ah, that's a shame. You're missing out on the one thing good about cold.
True, but well. Alas.
Oh, speaking of cold...
It is said that the most densely populated
Okay.
Portugal, people ask, what the hell is this snow thing?
So yeah. Daria can sense that something's coming on the bridge. Well, just watch and wait, though. case she can sense that. However, she can't seem to sense that the truck is literally on her path. See what I mean about how inconsistent her blind powers are? It's like, well, sometimes she can sense stuff, yet literally a minute later, she's rendered practically useless out of it.
Yeah.
It's like if Daredevil swapped between heightened senses to dull on the fly.
Well, we got Daredevil season 2 coming up, so
I doubt they'll do something that. Well, okay, maybe if they have a plot-driven reason.
I mean, you got the Punisher involved.
Ooh.
Again, a baby cut off the fucking Warzone.
What?
So what was that?
They're just here to help, not punish him whatsoever.
These parents are very confused about what messages they should give their child.
Yeah.
So, yeah, here we are, Tataria's home tribe, finally.
And we're like 9 minutes away from the ending.
Yeah.
And you can tell by your pause or smell or taste or...
It's really not well explained, is it?
Nope.
It's an Alpha and Omega movie. I don't think anything in this entire franchise was ever really all that well explained.
Yeah.
Alpha and Omega 1 explained stuff.
Did it do it particularly well?
Yes.
Really?
It did it well enough for it to all be legit, and, you know, nobody was really left confused after Alpha and Omega 1.
This was like either bored or just left with a sense of, that was a film.
Yeah, the most fun movie, I'd say, you know, like the most legitimate fun, when you're not just poking fun of it, is Alpha and Omega 1 indefinitely. It has the best music, best animation, and the most likability of characters with Garth and Lily. Sequels later will squander that.
Again, I hate to keep hammering the point in, but this guy once made Fox and the Hound.
Yes.
Didn't he also make Fox and the Hound too?
Well, the thing is, he was only an animator for that. He was only an animator.
He didn't actually, Jova.
Okay.
He's credited as director as well, apparently.
Oh, he is?
Maybe he was the director.
Huh.
Yeah, it says...
It's interesting how...
Yeah, pretty sure he was.
How far is my career falling?
Yeah, it says Ted Berman and Richard Rich.
Yep.
And Art Stevens.
Why did you call him King? And here's that reference to Alpha and Omega 2.
Hi.
Rabbit poo?
Yeah, okay.
So this movie is so this movie is about poo.
Well, actually, Pedro, Rabbit Poo Mountain is actually a place, geographically speaking, in the tribe of Kate and Humphrey. It was mentioned in Alpha and Omega 1 that it was actually just a nickname for a certain area there.
Hey guys,
what
should we call this region? Rabbit Poo! Genius!
Okay.
Hey guys, I found an interesting fact about Richard Rich.
But sir, we already have a location called Rabbit Poo Mountain in the franchise.
What is it, Whips?
Okay. Apparently, Mr. Rich is one of the few animation directors who has never participated as an animator. He joined Disney in '72 in an entry-level position in the mail room. He garnered attention at the studio by making presentations to the music department and by giving piano lessons during his lunch hour. So yeah, this guy started as a mailroom guy.
Really?
I guess that explains why he's mailing in these movies.
Mm-hmm. Also, that face is...
So yeah, it turns out these wolves actually killed her mother. Tore her apart. No, literally. The film outright admits it.
Kitties.
You know, you know. So basically, instead of actually explaining and foreshadowing this throughout the movie, let's just shove everything in the last 10 minutes to make it as confusing as possible.
Yep, that's right. Basically, the spirit that we've been seeing all the time is hinted to be Daria's mother, who got torn apart by the wolves because she was protecting her blind daughter.
You're tearing me apart.
And now get ready for things to make even less sense.
I don't even understand what the spirit is even at this point. Like, he's just...
What?
And the spirit killed him. The spirit can do that sort of stuff now.
I don't even care.
What?
How can the spirit do that out of all of a sudden? I don't know, but hey, I guess the spirit must feel avenged.
So here's my question: if all it took was killing that guy, why didn't the spirit just do it to begin with? There shouldn't even be a movie to begin with.
Because the spirit was apparently her mother, and the spirit was supposed to protecting her.
No wonder this movie never began till past the halfway point. Because if it did, it would have ended in like a minute.
Yeah. They came up again. They came up with a very simple story that lasts like 10 minutes. So but unfortunately, sorry guys, the theaters were very clear. We need at least 45 minutes. So they stretched out their 10-minute story into 45 minutes. I know.
Yeah.
Even the movie's admitting that the plot doesn't make any sense.
Again, do we really need to commentate on these?
There you go. It was her mother trying to protect her.
Whatever, I don't even care. This character... we didn't even explain who this character even is.
It's amazing how these Alpha and Omega films always seem to find a way to baffle you, Pedro.
I mean,
well, except for Alpha and Omega 1.
Like I said, each movie has its own different set of problems. It's amazing. You'd think,
I know.
I mean, with the 1 to 4 time sequels, all of them share the common problems. I mean, yeah, each one has its own specific type of bad stuff, but they all share the exact same problems in general. This series, however, it's like, okay, I guess in Richie Rich gathers with his team every year. He's like, okay, in what new ways can we make this series suck?
Well, I guess at the very least with this film, they put effort into it at least.
Okay. Just based on this, I'm gonna give credit to Richie Rich over Neil Blomkamp, because at least Richie Rich is creative in how he sucks, whereas Neil Blomkamp just sucks the exact same way every movie.
So I think we found our merits for coming back to these films. What way will the filmmakers be able to find to
There you go, Neil. You're being outdone by the fucking director of the Alpha and Omega movies.
Well,
and
2
Fox
onwards.
and the Hound 2.
Yeah, okay, from 2 onwards.
Again, he didn't do Fox and the Hound 2. And that's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now Daria's, I guess, part of the pack.
Like I care.
Okay.
This movie is pointless. It made no sense, and even the movie admits it. So, yay!
Well,
It's a little wink to the audience. Funny.
This movie sucks. The end. Jova.
I'll admit, coming back to this film, it's not nearly as bad as I remembered. And in fact, I actually thought I remembered it to be worse than Alpha and Omega 2 and 3. But coming back, I can definitely see that there was at least effort put into it. And
only in the animation, really. Only in the animation, really.
Yeah, the story is... Well, okay. Whoever came up with the base idea for the story, good job. But whoever actually came to executing it all... Take a learning and pacing. Seriously. I mean, seriously, there are so many attributes to getting the plot moving. And what's insulting is like, well, when you actually get to the stuff that does get the plot moving, it's something that's incredibly easy. Like, hey, in order to figure out backstory on the spirit, we need to talk to the blind wolf who we've seen every time with the spirit. Gee, it took us to the halfway point to figure out. And also the whole thing with the spirit all of a sudden being able to kill someone, which it's never
I'm
done
sorry,
before.
Joe. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm going to have to interrupt you there. It's on the credits. This movie had free story artists, and not one of them thought that maybe there was a problem here.
It's like, give Alpha and Omega 2 credit. I can't believe I'm doing that, but give Alpha and Omega 2 credit. At least it didn't have to slow down the pacing to actually get us to certain areas in the story.
Actually, Joe, I'll still take this over 2 because at least this one had a decency
I
of
agree.
ending.
I'm just talking about Pedro. I was mainly just talking about story pacing for that.
Okay, so before I give my final thoughts, I just found out an interesting fact about the guy who did direct Fox and the Hound too.
And that would be...
What about it?
His other work, not directing work, but work in like the art department. His work included some stuff like ranging from Bebe's Kids to be the head of story of the Peanuts movie.
That's nice, I guess. I mean, Baby's Kid, for all its issues, does have good animation.
Whatever.
And I kind of do like that movie.
Okay. The one thing I'll say in this film's favour is that it's definitely the best animated one of the sequels that I've seen so far.
Mm-hmm. Wow, you know, it must be like a godsend after looking at Alpha and Omega 3.
And 2. And hell, even 1's animation, I don't think, even with his big budget, I don't think it was all that impressive. But
you said yourself you don't even remember 1 that well. Yeah, then again, maybe you're right.
Yes, but yeah, other than animation that actually looks like it belongs on DVD, it's still not very good. In fact, I think it's the most boring out of all the films.
Yeah, this one...
Again, it's kind of a sad thing. It's like, they finally actually make a script that doesn't completely suck, and yet that kind of hurts the value of it.
Yeah, like I've said myself, even though this movie is technically better than 2 and 3, it's still not as... I mean, for all its problems, 3 and 2 held our attention because of how fucking mind-blowingly awful they were. This one is, for the up until the last 10 minutes, this one is just boring. There's nothing happening in this movie.
Yeah. And the script, when it's not being boring, gets needlessly preachy at some points, pretentious, or just downright insane by trying to suggest that the pups are in the right when they've been disobeying their parents. Oh, but don't worry, Pedro. You missed all that crazy stuff that caught your eye in Alpha Omega 2 and 3. That'll come back in full force with Alpha and Omega 5. Anywho.
And again, I love how the plot makes so little sense that even the characters point out the plot holes.
Oh, Pedro, I hope you like that, because they're going to practically make Deadpool look subtle in comparison in Alpha and Omega 5.
Yay. Alright, so
that
was Alpha and
so
Omega 4.
So Alpha and Omega 4 came out, and apparently, ironically, contrary to everyone's expectations, even with an exclusive Walmart release, apparently fans were so overjoyed to finally get a movie that, you know, wasn't a complete train wreck, that apparently this one got overall good reception and sales-wise, enough to actually confirm the making of 3 sequels.
Yeah.
See, originally the movies were supposed to end with 5, but because 4 did so great, by Alpha and Omega sequel standards,
it's the comparison thing.
It managed to revive the franchise. Pedro, would you still say that you hate this one the most for, you know, confirming the making of 6, 7, and 8?
I hate 2 more, but I hate 2 more still, because 2 just pissed me off.
Yeah. You were saying something?
Basically, Joe, it's the comparison fallacy. You know, it's kind of like with Final Fantasy XIV, where when you get right down to it, Saz is not that special of a character. It's just that he's in the middle of so much shit. He feels like a godsend. He feels like a godsend because everything around him is absolute shit. So he stands out because of it. But if you put him in something like, say, 7, he wouldn't really be that great. So, anyway,
he might... Yeah, good point. But yeah, you're right, Pedro, because I guess that must have been what got all the high praise that this film got.
That's my take on that.
All right, so should we end this then?
Yes.
So yeah, once again, another short commentary, but tune in for what may be our longest commentary. Mind you, it's actually the shortest movie, but for Bob's show, it ended up being the longest review because of how terrible it is.
See you, everybody, for Alpha and Omega 5.
See ya.
Family vacation.
All right, see ya.